Hello and welcome. So, the open beta test for the global server is next Tuesday, December 13th. And I just kind of wanted to prepare people as they get ready to play Live Makeover. The first time I played it, it was a little overwhelming. And there were two things that really kind of overwhelmed me. One was the UI, and the second was the currencies. So I just wanted to quickly look at the UI and show you that if you've played gotchas, you actually have already played like 75% of this game. 25% of it will probably be new gameplay for you, but 75% of it is all the gotchas we've seen before. And also it's the same with the currency. We're going to talk about the currency briefly, but once again, don't get overwhelmed by it. There's got to be 15, 20. I haven't counted all the currencies in this game. But don't get overwhelmed by the amount of currencies or where to spend those currencies, because once again, you've already seen it. If you've played gotchas, you've already seen it. All right, so let's start with the UI. So there's, just like Shining Nikki and Love Nikki, when you go into an area, there's more areas within that area. So we go into Shining Journey on the bottom right, and then there we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more buttons. If we go into Design Room in the bottom left, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more buttons in here. So there's a lot going on in this game. However, it's a gotcha, and it 75% of this game is exactly like any other gotcha you've played. It's just the UI is different. You just have to get used to a new UI. For example, the story stages. There's story stages. They're right here. Those are your story stages. If I go inside there, there's my story stages. Down here in the bottom bottom left-hand corner, if you've played Love Nikki, this is your Princess and Maiden levels. Exactly what you're used to. There's Arena. Arena's in the same area. We're going to go back here again. And there's Arena right there. Fashion Battle. So this is just Arena. We've seen this before. What else is new? Guild. I'm not new. The same. It's all about being the same. Here's Guild over on the right-hand corner. Excuse me, the right hand. So we go into there, and here's our Guild. 75% of this game you've seen. If you played with housing before, that's if we go to the bottom, it says Home. There's our housing. It always takes a while for housing to launch. I guess it's a lot more assets there in housing. This is one of the pre-made houses. I haven't messed with this house. I just got it and moved in. Anyways, there's your housing. Here's your wardrobe going straight down. That's your dressing room. Where it says wardrobe, this is just your dressing room. And I was like, that's a lot of buttons to the right, to the left, everywhere. But these are buttons that you've used before. Here, I'm going to go click on this one. That wasn't a very good. That's the little camera. This is where you would take pictures, and it pulls up all of the different things you can do to set your picture before you take the picture. That's all that is. So you've seen 75% of this if you've played a gotcha. If it's a gotcha, we should talk about the gotcha. All of your gotchas are right here. Light Chase. Light Chase is your gotcha on the bottom there. We go into here. And there's permanent gotchas as well as the time limited. So it shows your time limited when you first get in here. So this is our current time limited path. If I go over, I'm going to press the arrow on the right hand side. There are 2 diamond paths. Once again, we're used to that. Diamond paths, gold path. There are 2 permanent diamond paths. This is one of the permanent diamond paths. Here's the other permanent diamond path. And then here's our gold path. We've seen all of this. So once again, if you're curious where the gotchas are, I'm going to circle it again. Bottom right, Light Chase. Oh, it's interesting that it doesn't circle down there. Okay. The marker doesn't go past that point. All right, so I just wanted to show you that even though the UI is different, if you've played gotchas, the game is the same 75% of it. 25% of it's going to be new gameplay. For example, let's go into Shining Journey again on the bottom right. And this might be new if you thought waltz. I've claimed it, as you see right here. I've already claimed it, so I can't do it again. But all you do is you press that button, and then you leave and go and do other stuff, and you come back and you claim your rewards. That's all that's going on there. So there's a few things that are different. Mind travel, right here, we're going to go into here. Mind travel, to me, is very similar to Mind Maze. If you have played Shining Nikki, it's more story stages where the suits are slightly better. These are 5-star suits in here instead of 4-star suits in the regular story stages. So this is kind of Mind Maze. Also, this isn't the main storyline. Just like Mind Maze, it develops the characters, the side characters that are in the game. It develops them more in the stories here in Mind Travel. So once we've seen, as you play it, you're like, oh my gosh, yes, I've seen this. From what I understand, people who play Dragon Raja, they will have already seen the daily missions. This is not. They've done this before. Now, as a Shining Nikki player, Love Nikki player, we didn't have these, but Dragon Raja players will recognize this. Honestly, so will Warcraft players. We did this in Warcraft. You have little minions, and you send them out on their missions every day. So we did that in Warcraft. So, and there's some things that are different. For example, we're going to go into Endorsement Queen here. This will be a little different. And here, it's similar but different. It's similar in that you do style battles. Let's go in here. Let's do a style battle. I'll lose, though. So a style battle, we're totally used to that. Style battle to get the currency. I'm going to fail. I didn't have high enough. But what's different here is that you have right here, you want to go up levels. Right here we do management on the bottom right. When you go up level, well, this actually is how you get your income to go up. What's a better way to show it here? I'm going to go to the bottom left where it says bonus. See, I can't circle past a certain point. Anyways, I'm going to click on bonus in the bottom left. You also can see where my bonus points are already showing up. These are multipliers. And as you go up the levels, you get higher multipliers, and the higher the multiplier, you can move through the map that we just saw. So you're actually not supposed to be able to move completely through the map to begin with. You need to level up, get your multipliers, and then as you get your multipliers, you can then move through these maps more. See, the map continues this way. So that's how this gameplay is written. They don't expect you to immediately be able to go through the entire map. To move up a level, you collect these coins, and you can collect coins faster. That's where the management comes in. This is income multiplier, where you can get those coins faster. So, and that's how you move up levels. And then as you move up levels, you get, I'm going to call it styling power multiplier, so you can move through the map. So some of it's the same, some of it's different. It's the same because it's a styling battle to get currency. It's different because you're moving up levels to get multipliers to move through the map. So 75% of this you've seen. So when you start playing it, you're going to get the hang of it really, really fast if you've already played gotchas. And then you can spend your time kind of learning the new gameplay. Once you the first thing you're going to do is just kind of have to spend time figuring out the UI. Where is this? Where are the story levels? Where's arena? Where's my guild? Where's the dressing room? Where is decomposition? Decomposition, by the way, bottom left, design room. That's also where you can see the clothing store. And there's your decom bench. So for your extra clothes, your extra items, you go do decomposition there and get currency to spend. All right, so you're going to figure out the UI pretty quickly, and then you can start playing around with the gameplay, including the new gameplay. All right, so the next thing I want to talk about is the currencies, because there are so many currencies and it's overwhelming. But once again, we've seen 75% of these currencies. I've been playing this game for 4.5 months. It launched on July 28th. I've been playing since launch. I don't know the name of any of these currencies except for Glimmer coins, because the name doesn't matter. It's the same currency no matter what gacha you're playing. It's arena currency, or it's your premium currency, or it's your secondary currency, or it's the guild currency, or the housing currency, or the diamond pav tickets, or the gold pav tickets. We've seen it all. You know, we're like, that's why I haven't bothered learning the names. I will come into the game and actually go get the name if I'm talking to another player on Discord, and I have to be more precise with my language so they know what I'm talking about. But I actually have no idea what any of the currency names are in this game. I've been playing for 4.5 months, and that's because it doesn't matter. It's the arena currency. It's the guild currency. Now, the thing that your next question is going to be, okay, I've got my guild currency, my arena currency, my housing currency. Where do I go spend that currency? Where are the shops for that currency? And there's 2 ways to find the shops for all the various different currencies in the game. And that's either in the area where you gather the currency. For example, let's go into the guild. So here in the guild, you're doing support. This is one of the ways you get currency. Also, your inspiration here. You also get guild currency here. And you see it right there. There's the store. And that's where you would spend your guild currency. We have a couple of guild suits. And also, you spend guild currency in the beauty course. So you spend the guild currency, you gather it in the guild, and you spend it in the guild. Let's go look at the arena. In the bottom right-hand corner, we have Shining Journey. Let's click on Arena, which is at the bottom there, Fashion Battle. Let's go in there. And this is where you would gather your arena currency, your fashion battle currency. And then if you look right here in the upper left, there's your shop for arena. You go in there, and this is where you would spend your arena currency. So, and it's the same with everything in this, even currencies that you're not used to, because we're used to arena currency, guild currency, housing currency, but like Thought Waltz currency. Like I said, you would just you'd start this and you come back and you claim it. But the shop is in here. See it in the very upper right-hand corner? Let's click on that. This is where you spend the currency that you get from this area. So wherever you gather that currency, the shop will be in that area. And that's where you would go spend your currency that you've gathered for that area. Now, there's another place to get all the shops. They put all the shops kind of in one spot, and it's really good to know it because it's the only place you can spend the glimmer coins. And that is up here in the upper left-hand corner. We're going to go to the bonus there. So we click on bonus. And do you see the 4th tab over, exchange? That's a really important tab. This has got all your shops. So if you're just frustrated and you can't find the shop, you've got the currency and you can't find where you're supposed to go spend it, this is all the shops neatly put into one place. So for example, I don't know where else, Garage Kits, I think is, if there's somewhere else to spend it, I don't know where that shop is. The other shop that I can only find in the exchange tab is the Glimmer shop for Glimmer coins. But if you are starting to get frustrated, let's go back. I'm going to show you again. The upper left-hand corner, you want bonus. The 4th tab over, exchange. Bunch of the shops are in there where you can go spend the various types of currency. There's a lot of currencies in this game. So anyways, I just wanted to show you that if you have played gachas, you have played this game, you have the language as well. You know, arena, premium currency, secondary currency, stamina, gold pav, diamond pav, you know what I mean? So, and you also know how the gameplay works, and you also have an inherent understanding of that gold is a little bit easier to gather than the diamonds, stuff like that, and that you just don't go throwing your diamonds around on the diamond path. But the gold path, you have a little more room to play with because that's the gold path. So coming from a gacha, having played gachas, you are on very solid ground when you start playing this game. You just need to learn the UI. And also, like I said, when you're looking for the shop for the one of the many currencies in this game, just go to the place where you gathered that currency. Go to arena to spend the arena currency. Go to guild to spend the guild currency. And if you are still having a little bit of trouble, head over to that exchange tab. Okay, so that wraps up this video. The next video I want to do is talking about your name, because unlike Shining Nikki, where there can be a million angels, it is not, one-to-one. In Life Makeover, there is only one angel. Or if your name is Beth, or your name is Lily, or your name is some kind of name that you're really attached to, username or player name in the game, you have to get to it pretty quickly. And we're going to play around with that, trying to get to where you name your avatar as quickly as possible to get, if you have a kind of a common name that you think is going to get snatched up quickly. That's going to be the next video as we get ready for the open beta test on Tuesday. And I know you're like, well, the name doesn't really matter for the open beta test, but I thought it would be kind of cool to do a practice run during the open beta test so that when it actually launches, you'll have already done kind of the name run, the sprint to the naming area. You will have already done it once. So when the game actually launches, you'll have an idea of how to do that. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me, and I will talk to everyone a bit later. All right. Bye-bye.